Oh, look, I'm actually still alive, guys. Oh my goodness. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the fantastical world of Skyrim Special Edition. And today we're going to be going on a fantastical adventure and creating the wealthiest character alive. As you see, there are many ways of making money in Skyrim. There are ways to exploit the vendors, there are ways to find hidden chests, but my personal favorite is to create a crime-fighting detective who has the ability to become the wealthiest individual the Elder Scrolls series has ever seen. And that's exactly what we're going to do today, ladies and gentlemen. Powered by the refreshing taste of Yorkshire tea gold, we're going to stumble our way into a massive pile of gold. Oh, it's going to be fantastic. Most importantly, we're going to have all of you join us for the journey, as we're about to create a brand new character whose one aim in life is to become the richest sausage alive. And that's just exactly what we're going to have him do. So make sure you're sat back, relaxed, with a nice warm cup of tea in hand, and most importantly, if you're feeling especially fantastic, you might have even liked this video. Now let's jump into the game. Oh, it's a brand new game! I feel like this must be my 500th time starting a new game of Skyrim, and I love it. Every time you play Skyrim, you always get something new, one new bug or broken quest line to really spice up the experience. So it begins, ladies and gentlemen. Skyrim. What a lovely game. It's actually quite old now, but that still doesn't stop its replayability from being absolutely fantastic, the graphics from being very enjoyable, and the entire world design being just exactly what you'd want from this kind of game. I'm sure as you know, this game was created by Todd Howard, the most legendary game designer of all time. Well, behind all those other legendary game designers who he keeps losing all the awards to. Who are you? We need to make our character. Fantastic. This is our lovely first start, and we're going to be able to build the fantastical Todd Howard himself. Because that's right, today, ladies and gentlemen, in order to make the richest man in Skyrim, we need to start with the person who became the richest man because of Skyrim, and that would be Todd Howard, a man with an estimated net worth of $10 million, who once famously said that game developers should stop worrying about what platforms they put their game on, because at the end of the day, if all developers aimed for the largest platform, everyone would be making board games because there's a lot of tables. What an incredibly smart and individual man, who then went on to port Skyrim onto physically every single device in existence, including a Samsung smart fridge. So yes, let's make the actual wealthiest man in the Skyrim universe. Okay, I've spent probably the last half an hour looking at about 47 different reference images of Todd Howard, and I've created this. Now, of course, most of you might look at this and think, okay, that's not Todd Howard, but the keen artist amongst you will just deep down know that emotionally and physically, what we have in front of us today is Todd Howard. I mean, he's beautiful, he's got his eyes, he's got his nose, he's got his chin, but they never added in his hair. Otherwise, this is almost perfectly my Skyrim representation of Todd Howard. Let's finish and name our character. Welcome into the world of creation, Todd Howard. You are going to be one beautiful and rich sausage. It's perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just received an offer from Todd Howard. That's right, he just phoned me up personally and said, oh my goodness, the first 8,000 people who like this video will receive their very own horse armor. That's right, your very own gold piece of horse armor will be packaged and sent to your front door if you like this video. My goodness, Todd Howard, what an incredible offer you've given the lovely ladies and gentlemen watching. Finally, they'll get their money's worth for that DLC they bought all those years ago. Forget the list, he goes to the block. Oh, I mean, this Imperial captain has to die. Imagine actually designating Todd Howard to die in your game. Everyone knows it's physically impossible for Todd Howard to die in Skyrim, as he is Skyrim. In the same way that when you look inside of humans you get DNA, when you look inside of Skyrim, everything is built by mini microorganisms, all with Todd Howard's face. And there we go, we're going to get designated to be the next person to die, but it matters little because we're going to get Deus Ex Machina out of this situation. Because little did you know, but Todd Howard designed this opening so that when I would play this game in about 7 years after release and play as Todd Howard, we'd have a way out of this situation. If it wasn't for me playing this game right now with this character, that dragon would never have arrived and the main character would be dead. You see, Todd Howard made this game to be a wonderland for himself, like the omniscient, benevolent god that he is. Alright, let's get on out of here. We've done a fantastic job. Now it's time for us to make our escape. Oh my god, I just got yeeted by a dragon shout right at the start of the game. Oh, Todd Howard is not happy by that. We'll have to murder this dragon. Oh my god, I'm just getting yeeted everywhere. God, Todd Howard spending more time with his face on the floor than anywhere else. Is that bad? Okay. Oh no, he is not looking okay at all. What a tragedy. Right, onwards, let's go. Now, who do we side with? The Stormcloaks or the Imperials? Or apparently neither, because the event hasn't triggered. Oh, we haven't even done the tutorial yet. The game's already buggered. Oh, brilliant. Right, let me run over the triggering point. There we go, fantastic. Perfectly balanced game. Still working. Still working. Oh my god, look at this. What a beautiful game. Right, naturally we're going to side with the Imperials because it just makes perfect sense. Right, Hadvar, you're right. Let's keep moving. What a great idea. Take off my bindings. Ah, now I can look around. Aren't I a beautiful specimen? Certainly not quite as bulky as you, Hadvar, but my goodness, I am an attractive sausage. Right, let's get some clothes on and some weapons. Oh no, just look at this. With all of the equipment on, we look absolutely intimidating and terrifying. Onwards with our adventure. Let's go, Hadvar. We've got some money to make. Right, I'll see you on the other side of this tutorial because I'm pretty sure you know exactly what comes next. A stab, a stab, a stab. Ah, the combat. It never ceases to amaze me. Oh yeah, you go, Hadvar. Good job. I'll be back in a bit once I've escaped this tutorial zone. I do not want to look at mods, Todd Howard. Fun fact about the mods in this game, technically as Todd Howard made Skyrim, he also made every single mod in Skyrim. Now, of course, those mod developers out there will be saying to themselves, no, but I made my mod for Skyrim. I made the mod which adds guns to the game. No, you didn't. Todd Howard made that mod when he incepted the idea into your mind whilst you were sleeping. That's right, Todd Howard has made every single mod in Skyrim. You own nothing and he owns everything, just the way he intended it. Now, of course, as you can guess, I love metagaming Skyrim, and so in that lovely room in the tutorial area where you see that bear sat over there, well, it's not going to ever aggro on you, but it's a living creature, meaning you can sneak past it, and whilst you sneak past it, the developers thought it'd be a great idea that you could generate experience. The only issue is that left open the possibility that players like me would be able to just walk themselves up to a corner like this and press the auto run key of C and just run into a wall. And whilst we do this, we'll be generating experience in the sneak category. I've already leveled up a couple of times, and guess what? We're going to level up again just by running into this wall. Ah, there we go, sneak level 17. Now I'm actually going to go AFK, make myself a couple of cups of tea and come back, and hopefully we'll have a nice little bit of upgraded sneak. It really is that easy, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Progress has been fantastic. We've now become level 7. We now have 47 points into sneak just from running against that wall. I've made a nice few cups of tea whilst we've been doing that, so it's actually been a lovely time for me. Now, whilst I'm here, I'm also going to boost up my lovely one-handed damage just a little bit more. And now I think it's time for us to go fight this bear that we've been trying to hide from for so long. Whoosh, whoosh. Whoosh, and oh, nice animation. Oh, Todd, very good. High quality. Now, Todd loves money, so of course we'll be taking the bear pelt off of the bear. That's 50 gold right there, Hadvar. That's a huge amount of money. We love money, don't we, Hadvar? Don't you just feel the burn of loving money? It's perfect. Right, out we go, Hadvar. We've completed the tutorial. What a glorious adventure it's been. Freedom awaits. Most importantly, we did the tutorial without experiencing any major bugs. Well, excluding all of the major bugs we actually did run into, but remember, they're not actually bugs. They're just gameplay features. Now, of course, Todd, what do we say to all of those people that say the bugs aren't just features and that your game's actually broken? Well, Spiff, we tell them that the game just works. Oh, why did I decide that to be the voice of Todd Howard? Oh god, my throat is going to murder me. Alright, Todd, let's go make some money. Yes, Spiff, I love money. Oh, Todd, you never cease to amaze me. Alright, now in terms of actually where we need to go on our adventure, it's relatively simple. We're going to run our way all the way over to Riverwood, and then we'll want to run our way over to Whiterun, and then immediately hop on a horse and cart, because we don't actually want to stay here. Nope, there's no need for us to do that. And there it is, the lovely little village of Riverwood, a place of truly incredible game design and choices. That's right, Todd Howard invented choice and morality inside of video games. Todd decided to make such a game-breaking system where you could choose to be a good person or literally the devil himself. That's right, because in almost every interaction you have a choice. Do you choose to help people and do the right thing, or do you choose to steal a fork and then get chased across the entirety of the map by a larger military than the entirety of the Stormcloak Rebellion? The choice is yours, ladies and gentlemen, for this is a truly advanced and in-depth morality simulator. Now, as much as I'd love to join Alvor and Hadvar and their lovely journey together to talk about dragons and so on, and the dangers to Skyrim, we're going to do none of that. Instead, we're going to run all the way to Whiterun because we have an important mission, and that mission is money. There it is, the Whiterun stables, the place where we're aiming for. All we have to do is cross the map and watch a giant get murdered, and then we can hop in a wagon and finally be free to start our own adventure. Right, here we are, perfect. We've made it to the lovely stables. Windhelm, I'd love to hire your carriage. Where do I want to go? Well, I'd love to go to the wonderful, you guessed it, ladies and gentlemen, it's Windhelm. That's right, we're going to Windhelm. What a lovely adventure it's going to be. And welcome to the city of Windhelm. Now, you might notice it's cold, it's desolate, and honestly, why on earth would anyone like to live here? And it might be very easy to mistake this place for Scotland, but actually no, this is an entirely new creation, inspired by Scotland, handcrafted by Todd Howard himself. Now, what we're going to do is enter Windhelm. Now, luckily, Windhelm is currently in the process of having a major tragedy happen. And that tragedy is that there's a mass murderer running around, and no, before you start thinking about it, it's not actually me. And so what that means is we need to work out who's doing these murders so that we can stop them and then murder them. Now, in order to start off this mission, we're going to speak to Captain Lonely Gale and ask him about the murders. And he's going to tell us that there's a killer on the loose in Windhelm who's killed 3 people so far. My goodness, that's a whole bunch. And he's only attacking young ladies. Oh, now this is very interesting. Sounds like we have a mission. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We find ourselves in Windhelm. Now, I had to run back and forth multiple times and reload and fast travel a whole bunch just to get this quest to work, because this is one of the buggiest quests to initiate ever. But yes, welcome. This is, of course, the quest line, which is called Blood on the Ice. A quest where there's been a terrible murder and the Windhelm guards want to hire us to find out who did it. Alright, there we go. We've started the quest, Blood on Thin Ice. All we have to do is question the witnesses. It's brilliant. We're basically a detective. Oh, and interesting. We get to pickpocket a body and take everything. Lovely stuff. I'll be taking all of these gems. I mean, it's just money, and it's hardly like you're going to be using it. Oh, look, I'm actually still alive, guys. Oh my goodness. Right, that's fine. Let's talk to the guard. Now we need to go convince someone that we're a smart pick to go and actually solve this murder. I mean, just look at us. Doesn't this look like the eyes of someone who is a murderer and so consequently could easily find a murderer? Alright, now let's go examine the crime scene now that we've been told we're 100% allowed to go and try and find this murderer. Alright, now let's examine the crime scene. Looks like we got ourselves a whole bunch of blood. Right, now I'm a smart person and I know that a trail of blood is often a sign that a murder's taken place. So there's blood this direction and it continues up these steps. Okay, very interesting. There's a trail of blood going all the way over here. Oh wow, this is just nice and easy. You made it really difficult, Todd, didn't you? And the blood leads into this house here. Who could have guessed? That's a master lock, so we have no chance of opening this bad boy. So we're going to have to find another way to gain access. First, let's go dissect this body. God, I love this character. Have you noticed anything strange about the body? Well, she's dead. God, Helgen, you're the best joking person around. Right, so now that we've discovered there is nothing interesting about the body, it's time for us to try and gain access to this house. How do I get into it? Right, we've been told to talk to Tova to get the key, but of course Tova is sat inside of this house, so we can't gain access to it. So I'll try and ask Geordie for some assistance. Oh, perfect. Here's the mother. She has the key. Hello, Tova. I have some questions about your daughter. I think I've discovered some murdering. And there we go. We've got ourselves the key. Lovely. It really is easy solving murders. Well done, Todd Howard. Right, ladies and gentlemen, let's look for clues in this funky looking house. We can investigate the pots and pans. We can investigate a bloody chest. We can see 2 lovely little journals which we can discover for clues. And we can discover that this wardrobe is actually nailed to a wall and we can open up a false back panel. Oh my lord, it's a bucket of nuggets. Lots of tasty giblets and stuff. Wow, and a creepy altar. Brilliant. Looks like someone's trying to use these body parts for a gruesome end. Let's read the journal. Oh, and there we go. Underneath these letters here in the corner, we have ourselves a strange amulet. Oh, well, would you just look at this? Now, this is what we've been searching for. Hello there, strange amulet. We're going to take you. Now, this strange amulet is actually a very unique item, because not only is it worth a decent amount of money, because it has a value of 1,000, there's also a little bit more to it. It's an infinitely duplicating item, which makes it very, very fancy. Anyway, we're going to report on all of the lovely news, and we've got this really awesome strange amulet, so why wouldn't we report it. Actually, can we put this amulet on? Oh, yes, we can. Look at how cool Todd Howard looks. I mean, it doesn't actually fit through the clothing, but it doesn't matter. Oh, yes, and of course, Jurlif refers me to Calixto at the House of Curiosities, as he'll probably give me a bit of gold for the amulet. That's awesome and incredible, lovely. Basically, we're going to be able to sell this item to the owner of the Curiosity shop. Mostly because the owner is absolutely bloody insane, I imagine. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Where on earth am I? Well, I'm back in Windhelm. Now, I was going to sell that amulet for 500 gold, but it actually doesn't make sense for me to do it yet. No, instead, we need to level up Todd Howard. You see, Todd Howard needs to have two very important skills. One is sneak, because as we all know, Todd is very good at sneaking his game onto every single platform in existence. And the other skill we need to level Todd Howard up in is pickpocketing. That's right. You see, Todd is actually an expert in pickpocketing. I mean, I think he started getting into it when he added the horse armor DLC to Oblivion. Yes, that was probably his first and greatest attempt at pickpocketing. So now we're going to need to train him a bit, but luckily we can actually use a few exploits to train pickpocketing rather easily. Now we're going to speak to Silda here. We'll basically pay 200 gold to upgrade our pickpocketing ability. So we're going to be trained twice and actually get ourselves up to level 17 in pickpocketing, and we've just handed over 410 gold. So what we're then going to do is just crouch on down, try and get around behind her, and actually we can go into the level up section, and we're going to upgrade our first level of pickpocketing to light fingers, and then we're going to upgrade our stealth as many times as we can, just to make ourselves additionally hard to detect. And now when we crouch down here, beyond that Skyrim guard, we are now hidden. Perfect. There we go, and now that we're hidden, we can actually go up to her, and we have a chance to steal back our gold. A 31% chance to get back all of the gold we had, which is probably quite a good idea. So what I'm going to do is drop down myself a quick save and attempt to pickpocket this gold. Oh, and beans, it didn't work. So what we do is we reload the quick save, open up the pocket, and try and steal it. And that didn't work, so we go again. Now this effectively allows us to double level up our pickpocketing. The pickpocketing is actually a terrifyingly easy skill to level up for several key reasons. The difficulty of pickpocketing is based mostly from the weight of an object, which means that it's easy to steal things like gems, and gems have high value, and the value of the item you steal is what determines the experience you get from it. Stealing 411 gold coins at a weight of 0 basically means that we're stealing a value of 411, which is a decent amount to level up our sneak on. Anyway, we're going to try and steal it, and let's go again, and one day we'll get our little dice roll. And there we go, fantastic. We've grabbed the gold, and our pickpocketing is increased to 20. And now that it's increased to 20, we can speak to Silda, and we can actually pay to have our pickpocketing skills increased again. Now, it's actually smart to not give her too much gold, because the less gold you give her, the easier it is to steal back off of her. So I've given her 210 gold, and now if I was to pickpocket it, I have a 46% chance of doing so, even whilst detected. So what I'm going to do, drop down a quick save, hide here, pickpocket her now, and we have a 71% chance of getting all our gold back. Perfect, and that's leveled up our pickpocketing to 23. We then stand up, talk to her, get her to train us in pickpocketing, then hand over another 280 gold, which of course we're then going to just steal straight back from her. Thank you very much, Silda. And then once again, we're just going to steal it back. Glorious, there's another level up. Then we can speak to Silda, and we can hand over our gold once again to level up. Lovely stuff. Now we've managed to basically level ourselves up a few times, but leveling up off of Silda is actually a bit of a challenge. It's easier to just simply steal off of other random people. These garnets are perfect. They're valued at hundreds, and they're definitely worth it. 69% chance to steal, let's give it a go, and we're bam, that's massively leveled me up. Perfect. I mean, we started on level 15 pickpocketing, and we're already at just under 30. That is genuinely how easy it is to level up pickpocketing. It's ridiculously easy. Now we can just run around this man, drop down a crouch, walk up behind him, and pickpocket something of value. Oh, an amethyst, that'll do lovely. Well, bam, thank you very much. That's an immediate level up, and I'll even take his gold as well. And a gold necklace worth 120. Oh, beans, he discovered that one. Now the thing is, when you're not detected, it's exceedingly easy to steal these items. So look at this, value 120, 90% chance to steal. Well, bam. How on earth did I get detected? 10% chance. Captain Lonely Gale, my friend, please. All right, let's go again. Steal that amethyst. There we go, we level up. Then steal this ring of resist magic. This doesn't have much weight, but it has immense value. So of course we're going to try and steal it. And that's another immediate level up right on the spot. In fact, I'm pretty sure we went up 2 levels. And then there's a golden necklace here, so we'll steal that as well. Oh, and look at that, we're now level 33 in pickpocketing. And we have all of these items to sell. Oh, and here's Nils, lovely. We'll drop ourselves down another quick save, steal this amethyst out from his pocket, along with this silver garnet ring. Oh, don't mind if I do, that's a level up. Oh my goodness, just running around Windhelm is enough to just steal a million items. items which have great value. This is perfect. Right, let's level ourselves up a little bit more off of Silda. There we go. Now we've hit level 9. Now I want to get my money back. Sorry, Silda. Oh, there we go. We're now up to level 14 pickpocketing, which is exactly where I want to be, because that means I can invest yet another point into light fingers, meaning I can pickpocket things a little bit easier. Now the fun thing about pickpocketing is that there are a few ways to really boost your stats in pickpocketing very quickly, and what we're about to do is actually one of the best ways to aggressively speed your way up the pickpocketing tree. My other favourite way to cheese the pickpocketing system is to start the Dark Brotherhood quest, and it'll put you in basically a room where you have 3 people and you have to kill one of them, but you can place items on their body from your inventory and then go back into their inventory and pickpocket it off of them, but because they're blindfolded and on the ground, you have a 100% chance of succeeding and they can't fight back. So you can just gain infinite pickpocketing levels. Now what we're going to do with our lovely strange amulet is go to Calixto over here, because he's going to be willing to buy it off of us. So we're going to sell it to him. He tells us a whole bunch of rubbish about how it's probably from the court mage, although we know that it's actually not. And we're going to sell it to Calixto for 500 gold. He's going to absolutely love it, and it's a splendid addition to his collection. There we go. So we lose the strange amulet, we get 500 gold, and the amulet goes inside his inventory. Then what we're going to do is we're going to drop down ourselves a save file now that we've traded it to him, and we're going to pickpocket things off of him. Now we want to try and pickpocket the strange amulet, although we only have a 36% chance to steal it. So in order to improve our chances, we're going to steal this ring of stamina, which will boost up our chance to 37, then this gold ring, which will boost it up to 38, and then this garnet, and this gold, and oh no, we can't boost it any further. Very well, let's run our chances. 38% chance to steal, let's go. And it worked, and that's boosted our pickpocketing right the way up to 45. Lovely. Anyway, now that we've pickpocketed it off of him, what we can do is do something quite creative. We can go to him and say, hey, about that amulet. And he says, hey, have you decided to sell it yet? And I say, hey, yeah, you have yourself a deal. And so he once again takes the amulet out of my inventory and gives us 500 gold. Anyway, we've dropped down ourselves a quick save, and we're going to try and steal this amulet, now with a 41% chance to succeed, because we've leveled up from stealing this amulet. So we try it again, and we level up to 48. Would you look at that? That's just perfect. There we go, we've even gone up a level. Then what we're going to do, once again, come around the corner and sell the amulet back to him. Every time we do this, we get 500 gold. Now there are lots of ways to get lots of money from the AI, but this is by far the easiest and also one of the most profitable, because it also trains up your levels. Things like, say, the Khajiit trading exploits, where you can steal the gold from traders' inventories, are brilliant, but traders don't have an infinite source of gold. You have to reset them to get gold back into their inventory, and even then they don't have much gold. Calixto over here, however, probably has never bought a single DLC in his life, and so consequently has infinite gold to spend, and he will spend it on this strange amulet. There is no limit to the amount of gold he has, and there's also no limit to the amount of levels we can gain from stealing his amulet back off of him. And there we go, we'll sell it yet again, and there we go, another 500 gold. If we check our inventory, we're up to 2,600 gold, and now we have a 47% chance to steal this amulet every time we do it. Oh no, he saw us that time. So what you say is, I'd rather die than go to prison, and then just reload your quick save. It's a 50-50 chance, so it's not that bad. And we're bam, there we go. Pickpocketing increased to level 54, and we're actually up to level 12 now. Goodness. Oh my goodness, our pickpocketing's level 54. This is okay, quite high indeed. Now go once again, strange amulet removed, dropped it down. We're hidden in this corner, and we can steal it with a 50% chance of success. Lovely. Well, bam, and then we level up to 56. So we go up basically 2 levels every time we steal this amulet, and we get 5 gold. This is just quite simply unfair. I feel like maybe he has, I don't know, some kind of short-term memory issue, considering we keep selling him this amulet, he keeps giving us 500 gold, then we just take it out of his pocket, stand up from behind him and go, hey, I found this amulet, would you like to buy it off me? He's like, this will make a splendid addition to my collection. Yes, 500 gold. Oh, goodness. Anyway, let's get that strange amulet off of him. And there we go, we've hit level 60. Perfect. Now, he has asked us to leave, so that's exactly what we're going to do. But most importantly, we've left with the amulet still in our inventory, so we can go back whenever we like in order to get infinite gold. There we go, he's even going to invite us. And the thing is, we can give it back to him at any time. When he's out and about, we can sell him the amulet, which is absolutely fantastic. Right, we're going to level up our pickpocketing just a little bit more, and now our abilities to pickpocket are just going to be insane. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Todd Howard is looking brilliant. He might not look, necessarily in the tip-top form of peak human appearances, but actually no, this is what peak performance looks like. And if you can't comprehend it, then well, that's your problem. Anyway, some time has passed, several days in fact, where I've been grinding up money making, and lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, we now have money. How much money? Well, we now have just under 30,000 gold, because it's actually not that difficult to trade the item back and forth. And at the same time, our pickpocketing, it's almost at 92. It's insane. We're level 18 now just from doing all the pickpocketing stuff, which is brilliant. It basically means we can pickpocket just about anything. But you might consider putting on something anything. Come on, Todd Howard doesn't need to wear clothes. I'm beautiful, aren't I? Yes, Todd, you're very beautiful. Majestic, in fact. The most attractive person alive. Good, yes. You can have early access to Skyrim 2. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm afraid that's technically all we have in store for today. We've generated an infinite quantity of wealth and made Todd Howard the richest person in the world, and so good at making money, he can just pick the pockets of anyone. What's that? Your grandmother gave you £30 for your birthday? Well, congratulations. Todd Howard has a brand new DLC experience for you. And trust me, you're going to love it. Yes, you will love it. It's everything you love about Skyrim, but more. We've added in 40 new dungeons which look identical, and branching dialogue options. You love branching dialogue options, don't you? Yes, Todd, I'm sure Timmy's going to love the branching dialogue options. I'm afraid that's where we end today's journey into Skyrim. Although I wouldn't actually like to say goodbye to Todd Howard. I feel like there's more to him. There's more adventures which need to be had and more things that need to be discovered. And so I'd like to ask you, the lovely ladies and gentlemen at home, what you'd like to see next from Todd Howard. I mean, of course he has to be going into games and generating infinite money, but it's which of Todd Howard's games you'd like to see him generate infinite money in? Do you A, want to see him generate infinite money in Morrowind? What about B, do you want to see him do it in Oblivion? Or C, maybe even Fallout 4? What even about D, Fallout 4 New Vegas? Oh my goodness, the list goes on. It's almost like these games are slightly broken and full of exploits, Todd. No, they're deliberate. It's so that I can make infinite money. Of course it is, Todd, of course. That makes perfect sense. Anyway, I hope that you've all enjoyed watching, and if you have, then feel free to give this video a like, because it does massively help us out. And hey, if you're new here, do consider subscribing and joining our community. Even if you've seen a million of my videos before, but just haven't pressed the button yet, now is a perfect time for you to do so. I'd absolutely love to have you on board for our fantastic adventures. And just seriously, thank you very much for being here. You guys give my job purpose, so thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, a massive thank you to each and every one of my patrons who make these fantastic videos all the more possible. Seriously, thank you very much. We've got some fun new rewards coming your direction, so if you're a patron, keep yourself posted on what's happening. Anyway, if you sat there wondering what video you'd like to watch next, and you have a hankering for yet another cup of tea, then guess what? I've got these two videos here which will be absolutely perfect for you to watch. Trust me, if you enjoyed this, you're gonna love those. Anyway, I've been the Spiffing Brit, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll be seeing each and every one of you in the next one. Have an absolutely lovely day, and goodbye for now. The adventures of Todd Howard have sadly come to a temporary end.